What's up, everybody? Yeah. Give it up for yourselves for coming out. We got any couples in the house? Any married people? Couples? Hi, front row. You guys a couple? Y'all married? Yeah. Yeah, oh, okay. That's good. I've been married 11 years. Yeah. How long you guys been married? 3, okay. All right, cool. All right. Maybe you guys can help me out. I was recently in a situation, and I handled it maybe, I don't know, very precariously. Who knows? But maybe you can help me out, okay? I'll just tell you about it. So, I'm banging the shit out of my wife, right? We're doing it missionary style, and she reaches behind me, and she jabs me in the crack of my ass, right? Not in the hole, like right in between the hole and the tailbone, like the tank, right? Okay. When she does this, she says, "Do you like that, baby?" Now I can't speak because I'm in excruciating pain. I'm in so much pain, my ass sends a message to my brain. The shields have been compromised. I repeat, the shields have been compromised. So finally, when the pain subsides, I look at her and I say, no. I didn't like that. And I'm not quite sure what would make you think jackknifing the crack of my ass would turn me on. And she says, "Oh, I read it in a book." I said, "You read it?" She said, "Yeah, 20 things your man don't know he like yet." Rule number 6, he doesn't know he likes his ass played with. So that ended that little sexual excursion. The next night my wife comes in, she says, "Hey, are you ready for round 2? A little bit about me and my wife, we never seem to make it past round 2. Like one night we'll have sex, the next night she'll come in, she'll say, "You ready for round 2? We'll do it, have sex again. The very next night, the third night, she'll come in, she'll say, "Are you ready for round 2? So either my wife has no concept of what a round actually is, or she's watched some pretty shitty boxing matches. Either way, we're not going to see round 3, obviously. So anyway, she comes in, she said, "Are you ready for round 2? I said, "Sweetheart, can I ask you something about last night?" She said, "Sure." I said, "That magazine you read, did you believe that stuff that was in there?" She said, "Well, it's a pretty popular magazine, so I consider it a pretty reputable source." That's what she says. I said, "Oh, okay, all right." And then I whisper in her ear, I said, "Do you like it when Daddy goes downtown?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "Do you like it when Daddy goes downtown?" She says, "Yeah." I said, "Well, let's go, baby." So I take her in the room, and I lay her on the bed, and I position myself right between her thighs. I take one of her legs, and I place it gently over my shoulder, and I get her right where I want to be, right where she wants me to be. And then I scream to the top of my lungs, "Ah!" And then I say, "Did you like that, baby?" She said, "What the hell are you doing?" I said, "Well, I was talking to my uncle. And he said that you should always let the pussy know who's boss. And he has 12 kids, so I consider him a pretty reputable source." What do you guys think? Did I handle that correctly? Maybe, maybe not. You guys married? You got kids? You got 1 kid? Yeah. Oh, you're gonna love this. How old is he? She?
Just turned 1.
Just turned 1? Boy, girl?
Boy.
Boy, oh. The boys are so spectacular. I'm at home, chilling, right? My wife comes in, she says, "Hey, you know what I could use? One of those big, individually wrapped pickles." So I said, "Okay, baby, I'll go and get you one." So I'm getting dressed. I want to put on one of these tank tops, white beaters. You know what they are. But I don't have any clean. So my son, 17, about the same size as me. So I go up in his room, go through his drawer to find a tank top. What do I find? Condoms. I said, wow, my man is getting him some. Not only that, he's practicing safe sex. All right. And I look at the condom a little closer. It's a Magnum. That's pretty big. So I said, wow, that's all right. So then I kind of lose train of thought. I go back downstairs, and then I realized, I said, wow, he's wearing Magnums. That's a little bit bigger than me. And so I contemplated a little further, and then I get pissed. Where the hell does he get off? I'm the dad in this house. I pay all the damn bills. You get to walk around this house with a bigger dick than me. So I go back upstairs. And I open that drawer. I take one of them condoms out, and I put it on. And there's still room. So now the fear sets in. Now the reality sets in. But what do? How do I find out how much more bigger he is than me? There's no way to measure that. But I gotta know. So my son, he has a notebook on his desk. I rip a sheet out. I fold the paper, I wrap it around my dick, and I put the condom back on. There's still room. So I take another sheet, fold it, wrap it around my dick, put the condom on, there's still room. And I reach for the third sheet. I realize that I'm solidifying myself as the world's most pathetic dad. I realize this. So I'm reaching for the third sheet. And then in walks my son from school into his room. And my son drops his bag and he looks up and he sees his father standing in his room, naked from the waist down, with paper and condoms wrapped around his neck. And he says, what's up, Dad? I said, don't change the subject, you got condoms in your drawer. Why don't you explain that? He said, well, Dad, there was a presentation at school from Planned Parenthood. And after the presentation, they gave condoms to everybody, including the girls. And so I said, well, listen here. You need to take out the damn garbage. And maybe while you're out there, you need to think about walking to the store and buying yourself another damn notebook. He says, all right, Dad. Before he can leave his room, my wife comes in. She's talking to my son, hey, you forgot the keys in the door when you came, and then she sees me. When she sees me, she frowns up and she says, that is not what I meant by individually wrapped pickle. I am Mr. JJ, that's my time. You guys are good job.
Give it over, Mr. JJ.